All rise. Board of Overton County is now in session. Stephen Barlow presiding.
This time we'd like to ask Nathan Dale if he would lead us in the invocation.
Dear Lord, just thank you for tonight. Thank you for this group of people that are here to serve the citizens of Overton County. Help us to be united in our decisions and to point to you and to rely on you to give us wisdom. And just thank you for Overton County, this place we get to call home. Thank you for the men and women that have served our country from Overton County and those that are still serving. We just pray that you just pour your favor out on Overton County. In your name we pray. Amen.
Time with that, Roger Carr, if you would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Victoria, will you please do the roll call?
Kendall Boswell,
Here.
Roger Carr,
Here.
Jesse Bowman,
Here.
Geraldine Walker,
Here.
Philip Talley,
Here.
Patrick McCurdy,
Here.
Jeff Long,
Here.
Robbie Melton,
Here.
Shane Walker,
Here.
Donna Savage,
Here.
Cindy Robbins,
Here.
Gail McCowan,
Here.
Darwin Clark, Here. Greg Nivens.
Here.
Nathan Dale.
Here. All present.
You just had a chance to look over the minutes to approve from the last meeting, time before last, March 10th. We had to fix the back there. And just,
I'll make a motion. Greg Nivens will make a motion.
Greg made the motion. Second by Cindy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. All in favor. All for. Consider approval for school budget amendment approved by the Education and the Budget Committee. This is General Purpose Fund 141, revision number 5. The General Purpose Fund 141, revision number 6. The Federal Projects Fund 142, amendment number 6. The Federal Projects Fund 142, amendment number 7. The Federal Projects Fund 142, amendment number 8. And the Central Cafeteria Fund 143, amendment number 1. Donna made a motion. Seconded by Philip. Any discussion? None to be had. Miss Victoria, will you do a roll call?
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
Greg Nivens.
Yes.
Darwin Clark.
Yes.
Gil McCowen.
Yes.
Cindy Robbins.
Yes.
Donna Savage.
Yes.
Shane Walker.
Yes.
Robbie Melton.
Yes.
Jeff Long.
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
Philip Talley.
Yes.
Geraldine Walker.
Yes.
Jesse Bowman.
Yes.
Roger Carr.
Yes.
Randall Boswell.
Yes. All four. Motion passed. Consider approval for school quarterly reports ending September the 30th, 2024 and December 31st, 2024. This has been approved by the Education and the Budget. Cindy made a motion. Seconded by Jeff. Any discussion? None to be had. Miss Victoria, will you do roll call?
Randall Boswell.
Yes.
Roger Carr.
Yes.
Jesse Bowman.
Yes.
Geraldine Walker.
Yes.
Philip Talley.
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
Jeff Long.
Yes.
Robbie Melton.
Yes.
Shane Walker.
Yes.
Donna Savage.
Yes.
Cindy Robbins.
Yes.
Gil McCowen.
Yes.
Darwin Clark.
Yes.
Greg Nivens.
Yes.
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
All four, motion passed. Consider approval for Tennessee Department of Health grant for up to $80,000 with no match. This should be used for the playground equipment at the Monroe Community Center. If we have any left over, we're gonna try to do it to other community centers as well. This has been approved by the Budget Committee. Laura made a motion. Oh, sorry. Gail second, what, no, it's Geraldine, sorry.
Darwin motioned it, right?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Had all your hands up at the same time. Darwin made a motion, Geraldine seconded.
Thank you.
Any discussion to be had on that?
Stephen, I did have a question on that. Somewhere in there I read it was, for Overton County, this includes most of Livingston. Is it okay for Monroe and?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any other discussion? None to be had. Miss Victoria to do roll call on number 8.
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
Greg Nivens.
Yes.
Darwin Clark.
Yes.
Gil McCowen.
Yes.
Cindy Robbins.
Yes.
Donna Savage.
Yes.
Shane Walker.
Yes.
Robbie Melton.
Yes.
Jeff Long.
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
Philip Talley.
Yes.
Geraldine Walker.
Yes.
Jesse Bowman.
Yes.
Roger Carr.
Yes.
Randall Boswell.
Yes. All four on that, motion passed. Consider approval for the county to apply for the Brownsfield grant with no match. The Brownsfield grant provides funding to transform properties, to revitalize land and to support communities. The grant has 3 phases. The identification phase, this is, they'll look throughout the county, get up to $20,000 on the identification phase. They'll look, to see anywhere in the county that this grant can be used towards. There's a phase one for the assessment, and this phase one and phase two comes from a grant with $100,000 with no match. They are in the same purpose, so they'll be up to $120,000 with no match. So the $20,000 would go towards the identification. The $100,000 would go for the phase one and phase two. So the phase one would be the fundings to develop, to clean up the property and determine if a phase two is needed. And then a phase two is assessment that provides the funding to correct any irregularities, restore the property, reuse the brownfield site. So that means clean up the land, they'll do ground samples and things of that nature. And they'll go throughout all the communities in the county up to $20,000. And this has been approved by the Highway and the Budget Committee. Randall makes a motion, seconded by Cindy. I'm sorry. Donna. Sorry. Randall made a motion, seconded by Donna. Any discussion on that?
That would be used side in the county.
That can be used at different sites, different communities. We'd like to use that $20,000 as much as we can for them to go out and search for different brownfields, so lead-based paint, asbestos, and things of that nature, so we can clean that up.
So it could be something like what used to be the Rickman Community Center, or does it have to be county owned?
For using the $20,000 grant, it does not have to be county owned. You can be identified with that. The only time that has to be owned would be the phase two, I think. The phase one, they can identify what's in there, but to have the phase two, you have to own. You have to take ownership of the property. Yes.
So this one's not the one where the residents can apply for it, it's just county?
Just the county. Any other discussion? None be had. Miss Victoria, would you do roll call number 9?
Randall Boswell,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Jesse Bowman,
Yes.
Geraldine Walker,
Yes.
Philip Talley,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Robbie Melton. Yes. Shane Walker,
Yes.
Donna Savage,
Yes.
Cindy Robbins,
Yes.
Gil McCowen,
Yes.
Darwin Clark,
Yes.
Greg Nivens,
Yes.
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
All four. Consider approval for the library to apply for the top grant hotspot funding and charging station. This is $8,960 with a 5% match. The training opportunity for the public, the top is the library grant with funds used from the hotspot solar charging tables. This has been approved by the budget committee. Don made a motion, seconded by Shane. Any discussion on that? None to be had. Miss Victoria, will you do roll call on number 10?
Nathan Dale. Nathan Dale.
I was just gonna ask if that
Oh.
money comes from the general fund or if it comes out of the library's budget, the 5% match.
Does that come out of the library, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go to the grant, yeah, the grant they're applying for.
Okay.
Sorry. Any other questions? I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Okay.
We've
Okay.
gotten that top grant before in the library.
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
Greg Nivens,
Yes.
Darwin Clark,
Yes.
Gil McCowen,
Yes.
Cindy Robbins,
Yes.
Donna Savage,
Yes.
Shane Walker,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Philip Talley,
Yes.
Geraldine Walker,
Yes.
Jesse Bowman,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Randall Boswell.
Yes.
All four on that. Consider approval for the Overton County Sheriff's Department to apply for the Panasonic grant. This is $300,000 for equipment with no match. The Panasonic grant provides funding for patrol cars, computers, and card readers. This has been approved by the budget. Jesse makes a motion, and seconded by Randall. Any other discussion on that? None being had, Mr. Corey, you do roll call on number 11.
Randall Boswell,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Jesse Bowman,
Yes.
Geraldine Walker,
Yes.
Philip Talley,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Shane Walker,
Yes.
Donna Savage,
Yes.
Cindy Robbins,
Yes.
Gil McCowen,
Yes.
Darwin Clark,
Yes.
Greg Nivens,
Yes.
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
All four. Motion passes. Consider approval to purchase the highway department equipment for up to $1.3 million. This has been approved by the budget committee. Motion by Cindy, seconded by Randall. Any discussion on that?
Tim's here, can we let him explain that? He called and talked to all of us, I think, I know he did me today, and I appreciated him doing that. Can he explain?
Tim,
He said
would
he.
you like to come up to the microphone here and kind of explain the purchase of the equipment?
Yes, the purchase of equipment is equipment that we need, it's not stuff that we want, and it's not a complete list of everything we need, we cut it down to what we need today, or just, and you got a list of what we've got on that, please. You know, everything down to the line item, 18 is these are quoted prices that will be on Sourcewell, and that's cheaper than anything that you can get. We get a 30% discount being a municipality. Of course, in number 17, 18, we'll only get one of those. I just put them on there for comparison. We got a John Deere Rotor Hoe and a Cat Rotor Hoe, so we'll only pick one of them. And that will drop the total of the price a little bit. But the dump trucks, they're in stock, they're on the ground. We got these trucks was purchased, well, they wasn't purchased, they was ordered by another highway department. The county highway department ordered these trucks in 2023. The price you see on is $182,600. $7,000 of that is an extended warranty. So them trucks is like $175,000. That same truck today is $209,000. That very same truck without an extended warranty. That's what they've done in 2 years. So, and everything, but now below that is used equipment. We just won't have to search and find the best. You know, and we're not gonna go out here, ISIS, we're not gonna go out here tomorrow and spend $1.5 million. We're gonna get what we gotta have and then, you know, shop for the best price we can get on this other new stuff. But we need it as well. It just don't justify buying new. And that's the reason it's, everything from set 18 down is used equipment. And we have all of them, we have a dire need for all of it. Everything we got right now is just, we're having to work on it every day to get it running. So it's costing us money, it's costing taxpayers money. And we've not had no, the last stuff that we bought was actually bought through COVID money. As far as anything above and beyond our budget, we've not had nothing bought in a while. It can't be highway department. And we need it, so. That's what I've got on that. If there's anything else on up here.
Anybody else have a question for Road Superintendent?
Well, I'd just like to make a few comments, you know, during the winter time, everybody calls the highway department, they salt every entity we got. They don't get no extra money, it comes out of their budget. The in-kind work, we call the highway department, they do most of all our in-kind work. For the match, they don't get no extra money for that. I think that the fairgrounds, they're gonna do the in-kind work out there for the grant. I think they're gonna do some stuff up on the road. We don't give, no entity gives the highway department any money. 95% of the calls I get is on the roads. So, I mean, I just think it's a good thing to help. We all need to work together. I just think it's a good thing to help them. To get them on a rotation, just like we got the ambulance and the sheriff's department.
With not only equipment, but with the roads. I mean, I know it's, you know, that's a different animal, but and most of you have seen the chart that I made, where we're going, you know, we got 160 miles of road. It's gonna take us 8 years to research that at the rate we're going. You know, we're fixing to start losing paved roads. And we're fixing to start losing shop chip roads. We lost one today when the lady did turned it back to gravel. Just because we don't have the money to shoot chip over. And we can blade them up and make them smooth. We keep going in and putting coal mix on, they just keep getting rougher and rougher. You know, it's a shop chip road, but it's a rough pick road across. And that's just, that's where we're at, you know, we need to try to get the rotation on both of them where it don't just affect us, it's gonna help down the road, you know, 20 years or 30 years, whatever.
Where you cut back here?
We cut back, I cut back about all I can cut back is, I cut all overtime out. You know, when I went in office, I done that first week I was there. I changed the pay scales, to be comparable with the other places. And, you know, it's not that they won't get raises, but when they come in, it's not, you know, they're not gonna start out at maximum pay. They won't have to work up to it. In case you get somebody that's, you know, if they're not working out, we, put in a, you know, we got a 90-day probation period now. That's something they've had out there.
And I think for media, if you can reiterate, you got 160 miles of paved road.
Asphalt road.
Asphalt road, and only enough money in the budget to do 2 miles a year.
We get
So it's
enough.
80 years.
8 years.
To resurface.
We can pay one tomorrow, the first car they'll run over, and it's not gonna last 8 years. You know, it needs to be in a 30-year rotation. It's a base.
There's 600 and how many miles of road?
645.
652 of county road?
County road.
$2,500 a mile, what we're, with our budget, about $2,500 a mile. That's for paving, pulling chip.
Orchard, mowing,
Mowing, ditches.
Tiling.
Tile,
everything.
$2,500 gonna go over.
And we're upside down on our shooting chip this year right now, already. And their tile, we're upside down on it. You know, it's just, we've lost a lot of tile in the last month. I mean, it's just they're falling in everywhere. This big rains is,
Yeah.
you know, it's showing where the good ones are and the bad ones are. So
We've had a lot of active gods in the last
We
couple
have.
of months. A lot of pouring down rain, washing out bridges. That hit us hard. We've got, a motion and second, we just need to do the roll call, we just asked a question. Any other questions?
But it's not a long ride, and no extra money, it's already there.
No other questions, Miss Victoria, would you do the roll call on number 12?
Nathan Dale,
Yes.
Greg Nivens,
Yes.
Darwin Clark,
Yes.
Gil McCowen,
Yes.
Cindy Robbins,
Yes.
Donna Savage,
Yes.
Shane Walker,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Philip Talley,
Yes.
Geraldine Walker,
Yes.
Jesse Bowman,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Randall Boswell.
Yes.
All four, motion passed. This is, consider approval to award the highway bid for dog walk road bridge replacement to concrete structures, in the amount of $577,866. This has been approved by the budget. Motion by Philip, second by Randy. Any discussion on that?
We'll, have a pre-con meeting Thursday, hopefully have it at your place at the second floor, and once the pre-con's done, we'll be ready to start pretty soon after that.
Any other questions on that? None being had, Miss Victoria, will you do roll call on number 13?
Randall Boswell,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Jesse Bowman,
Yes.
Geraldine Walker,
Yes.
Philip Talley,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Shane Walker,
Yes.
Donna Savage,
Yes.
Cindy Robbins,
Yes.
Gil McCowen,
Yes.
Darwin Clark,
Yes.
Greg Nivens,
Yes.
Nathan Dale.
Yes.
All four on that. Number 14, consider approval for the opioid committee's next round of disbursements. This is the total of $138,000. This has been approved by the opioid committee. The Movement Church, in the amount of $39,150. Highways and Hedges, in the amount of $39,150. the Hope Centers Ministries in the amount of $30,000, and Adams Insurance Development and Management Corporation, this is $29,700. And all this comes out of the opioid money that has been received. Motion by Donna and second by Geraldine. Any other questions on that? Do you have a question, Drew? I thought you raised your hand, I'm sorry. My bad. My eyes are playing tricks. Will you do a roll call on that, number 14?
Nathan Dale,
Yes.
Greg Nivens,
Yes.
Darwin Clark,
Yes.
Gil McCowen,
Yes.
Cindy Robbins,
Yes.
Donna Savage,
Yes.
Shane Walker,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Philip Talley,
Yes.
Geraldine Walker,
Yes.
Jesse Bowman,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Randall Boswell.
Yes.
All four. This is consider approval to replace Lee Richards with Ralph Robbins on the 911 board. This will be April 2025 through September 2026. Jeff made the motion. Second by Philip. Any discussion on that?
Why are we replacing Lee?
Lee called and requested to step down because of health issues.
Okay,
He had had another heart attack,
okay.
and he was ready to take it easy. No others. Question, all four, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, likewise. Ayes have it. All. This consider approval for the annual progress report, the ARP from solid waste. This has been approved by the solid waste. Cindy motion, second by Shane. Any discussion on that?
Cindy motion.
Yeah, Cindy made the motion, Shane second. No discussion, all four say aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. All. Consider approval for notaries at large. This is Wanda Krantz for renewal, James Robbins for new, Amanda Maynard for new. Motion by Randall. Second by Philip. Any discussion on that? All four say aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. All four. At this time, we'll ask if there's any comments by the general public that'd like to come up and speak. I'll call on you next.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll introduce you here in just a minute. All right, none to be had. Now, Mr. Zach, since you sat down. I'd like to introduce Zach Stevens. He's our new director over at the chamber. And he's going to come in and kind of introduce himself to you and give you
Please
a little-
don't confuse me with Bigfoot. I know I'm very tall and I wear a size 6-inch shoe. Some of y'all already know me, and I look forward to getting to know the rest of you. I just want to say to y'all that I know there's a lot of good things we've done at the chamber, and I know there's things we can do to improve, and I want to hear those things. If I haven't had the opportunity to talk to y'all yet, I'm going to give y'all a business card, and I hope I'll probably give y'all a call sometime, and I hope you'll answer me. I won't be a telemarketer. I'll call you from the chamber. Anyways, there's lots of things I look forward to working with y'all on: economic development, tourism, workforce, all kinds of things. And I think there's so much opportunity here in Overton County, and I'm very excited to work with y'all in the city. And just want to thank you all for the opportunity to speak, and look forward to seeing y'all probably each and every month. So, anyways, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Next county commission meeting be Monday, May 12th, 2025 at 6 p.m. here at the courthouse. And there's I didn't bring that paper, the MTSU, that paper in here, I'm sorry. I lost my date. Page what?
79.
I'm sorry, I lost it there for a minute. page 79 there, this talks about MTSU will host an open house on April 21st at 11, from 11 to 1. All are invited to attend.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm Deb Newkirk. I'm standing in for Judith Cartwright, our library director. She asked me to come in to let you know that that grant has been canceled, because it is now canceled. The open house is canceled, and the training seminar that they were gonna have. She has asked me, though, we will be having a community meeting on May 1st about ADA, trying to get an ADA grant, and we need a community meeting, and we'd like all of you to come to give us some feedback on things that you feel that we need to add and improve on at the library.
What time on May 1st?
May 1st will be a Thursday at 5 p.m. And then once again, the MTSU open house has been canceled.
Okay, so the library, May 1st, 5 p.m., meeting over 88.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Also like to introduce Ms. Dana Looper as a member of, one of the new members of the council for Overton County. Ms. Dana Looper is born and raised here in Overton County. She used to be a police officer here. Now, if you'd like to tell this better than I would, if you'd like to stand up and introduce yourself. I can tell it, but.
I want to make sure you get my story right.
Yeah.
Hey folks, Dana Looper, like you said, I used to be a deputy in Overton County. Graduated from Livingston Academy, Honda. Was born and raised in Clay County, but it was closer for me to go to school in Overton County. I just had to travel by 2 buses, but I did go to Overton County. I've been an attorney for almost 9 years. I do a general practice, anywhere from FLSA cases, overtime employment, to personal injuries. I've actually dealt with federal lawsuits before involving county government. So I have a perspective from both sides, so to speak. So I'm happy to serve. If anyone has any questions, Overton County commissioners or mayor, I'm happy to be around. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. Welcome to the team.
Is she taking Miss Lily Ann's place?
No, she's added. No. She's joining the team. I'll tell you in a second. All right. This time I'll entertain motion.
I've got one more question.
Okay.
Stephen. In the past, we've always voted on like, the committees. Do we not have to vote to put, Mr. Nathan, ratify Nathan to be on the committees you put him on?
Well, in September you vote on that, but throughout the year, I have the right to take away any commissioner off of a committee, add another one on. You just don't have to vote to ratify that. You do ratify it once at the beginning in September, but after that, I can take anybody off that's not wearing out. But the reason why I had to take some of them off, because I only had the 2 on all the committees.
Yeah.
So we had to find a place.
Just always in the past ratified it, regardless whether, what month it fell on.
Well, that applies to current, you can move current commissioner, she's a new commissioner, she's never been on any commission, so that's where you have to re-approve it, in my opinion, from what I've read. You know, throughout the year, you have a right to move any of us here, him being the new commissioner, recently appointed, never been on any commission, I would think you have to get the approval from the commission to do it, you know, because he's not.
Well, when you voted him in as a commissioner, he's a commissioner.
Right, but you're not appointing the committees till here recently, I don't think.
No, he's been going to all the meetings, all of them, to kind of get used to everything for a couple months now. And then get the feel for it, how everybody's doing, so, yeah, we introduced him in there. But as far as ratifying or nothing, I mean, does anybody have a problem with him taking?
No, I have a problem, but we just want to do it legally.
Well, legally, I mean, legal opinion, I mean, September they ratify, and then throughout the year, they don't have to ratify. So, what we done was legal, correct? Okay, it's legal, doing what we just did. Okay. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Jason make the motion and Shane second. Any discussion on that? All right, all four say aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise.